The name that I wanted to give this talk is, well, this is the ship we operate. There's no picture, there's one at the end. Sail training ship ATYLA. And the name is How to Operate a Tall Ship to Attract Young People with No Money. Because that's what we did this year. ATYLA is a tall ship designed by a Spanish adventurer. Designed by a Spanish adventurer called Esteban Vicente in the 80s in Spain. And his dream was to circumnavigate the world following the Magellan-Elcano route and then dedicate the ship to sail training. However, his plans got cut short and he couldn't do that thing that going around the world. And actually, the ship didn't go out from Spain for 29 years. And it was mainly dedicated to tourism, not to sail training almost at all. But in 2013, this young man here, my captain, which is also 25, took over the ship, decided to help his uncle to keep the ATYLA sailing. And when he got to know the STI and what they do, he saw clearly that he wanted to make the ATYLA be in that field, in that world. So he started doing that, and now the ATYLA is a sail training ship, and furthermore, I would say an international sail training ship, because the language on board is English, and our trips are not only in Spain, are all around Europe, and mainly around Europe. Both Rodrigo and I are 25, and I think that gives us a good chance to have a fresh approach to all this. And also for me, doing the marketing, I think it's really good to market being part of the target market. So I just have to ask myself, what would I want? Where would I look for things? How much would I pay? And those are the answers that market research would give you, more or less. First phrase I wanted to start with, if any of you know this sentence, this quote is famous from a speech that Steve Jobs gave, and that's the advice they give them to follow their hearts, to chase their future, and to seize the opportunities they have in life. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Well, these are our 2015 routes. ATYLA in 2014, she sailed 20,000 kilometers, that's half of the Earth perimeter, going to, what Sally said, all the 3 STI regattas. That plan, with no previous money, because Rodrigo's family is not rich, with no big sponsors, because we didn't have many, and without a big plan how to do it, was a pretty foolish idea, and it was a risk. We could get really hungry doing that, like bankrupt. But we did that, and it was a great experience. The good thing is that we entered this market in a really striking way. Now everyone knows us as the crazy young Spaniards that go around doing sail training as much as they can, and many people think that the ATYLA is a ship worth knowing. And this all without money. The question is, what did we do well? What did we do that worked with no money, with not investing, with not big thinking or planning? I bring 7 tips today of what I think it was good that we did. First one is embrace limitation. This is our dinghy. That is our chief engineer. And that's advertising. That was in Harlingen, and he just took the dinghy and went around the fleet. Let me say that as a sail training ship, we support the STI mission 100%, about educating young people, and not just young people, to have a better future. And we also have in our mission to spread the word about sailing. But this year, with few planning beforehand and no fundings, we needed to find somehow to have some income in order to pay the expenses of the ship. And being youngsters and being Spaniards, what we can do really well is party. So that's what we did. We throw some parties, people had a lot of fun, and we don't have to forget that apart from, so there's many people in the STI events older than 18. And I think they thanked a lot to have a ship where they could go to have some fun and to meet the rest of the crews. I think that's important because part of the STI event is to mingle with the rest of the crews and create friendships between crews. Second tip is embrace what makes you different. Another thing that Spanish people do very well is eating. And at the beginning of this year, we started cooking paellas, like this one, for friends and also for the public. And it evolved, and now we have it included in our corporate hospitality brochure. We are a Class B, but we do corporate hospitality. People out there, we do. And this is part of it. This is a theme arrangement for corporate hospitality called the Spirit of Spain, where we offer we also offer classic receptions, but we offer this Spirit of Spain, which is the same but with Spanish specialties cooked by our cook, Spanish music, Spanish decoration, music, live music, and whatever else you want. So yeah, we took something we didn't know it was going to work, but it worked really well, and I think our paellas are quite famous around this world already. Actually, in our website, we have a quote from a chairman of the STI saying how good these paellas are. If you want to see who is it, go to our website, ATYLASail.com. Next tip is be professional and ask for help. This is a screenshot from our website where we now explain everything we do, what we do, the life on board, everything that a trainee would like to know to get on board. And they also can book their trips online, directly on the website. Everything clear, we say everything you want to know. But of course, that's not the only thing you need to do. You need to get professional in many aspects. So for example, in the operational field, I would say we're doing very well. We are having a feedback form that we send the trainees after the trip to tell us what we did, and actually asking what wasn't cool. Because most of them leave the ship saying, oh, it was amazing, but we still want to know what wasn't so amazing to improve. It's everything online, and they do it really easily. Also on the operational field, I would say, I would need to thank the China Sail Training Association, our friend Wing Chan, which is helping us a lot to operate the ATYLA as they used to operate the Sir Winston Churchill and the Malcolm Miller. Those were classic sail training ships. They were doing many things right. He has the experience that we don't, and he's helping us to go this way. But that's being professional. Then you still have to ask for help, and being so young, having in many aspects no clue, we have to ask for help to many people. We were bothering the Sail Training International Association all the year with our questions. Some other national associations help us a lot and are helping us already. And also agencies like Sail Training and Monique help you a lot because trainees don't come so easy. And they have the trainees that you cannot get so easily. So I have to thank all these people and many others that are not here. Next step is have fun, because doing all this, we don't have to forget that we're doing it to keep the ATYLA sailing. My captain has been sailing the ATYLA since he was a baby, practically, with his uncle, and he loves the ship. So he knows very clear that the only way to help the people have a good experience on board is to have fun and enjoy the crew ourselves. And we had many funny moments. Those are just some pictures. The crew parade with our friends from here, from La Coruña, from Juan de la Angara. That's Rodrigo in Greenwich. And I think it's very important to have fun, and follow our hearts, as Steve Jobs would say. Follow your hearts, and that's just be yourself and enjoy what you're doing. After that, the next tip would be to do cool stuff. I think one of the things that trainees like most about their experiences on board ATYLA this year is that we took every chance we got to give them a breathtaking moment, a moment that they would never forget. So, for example, when we were on the Norwegian fjords, this is the Preikestolen. It's a very touristic place because it's a huge rock next to the sea, and there's nothing on top to avoid you from falling. So we diverted a little bit from our route because it was a cruising company, so we could do that. And we did that. We just moved a little bit the route, and this is the ATYLA. And the Chinese got the chance to get off the ship and climb to the rock and make a picture of this tiny ATYLA they were sailing on for that week. This the Tower Bridge, as you would imagine. Some other things, for example, when I was talking about having fun, something really cool we did in the Norwegian fjords, in one of my first times sailing, because I'm not a sailor, was that one day the second race of the tall ships races from Bergen to Esbjerg, the crew parade started on the afternoon, and the race didn't start until the morning before. That was the schedule. So what we did is we anchored inside one of the fjords in a quiet place, and we stopped there to see the sunset. We were bathing, we were jumping from the ship. We even had the chance to go to the fjord and to see and ride some cows that were there. That was really funny. And those are the moments that said, the trainees couldn't believe that was a sail training experience. But that's our fresh approach. We try to give them, we understand what could be great to do, and we just do it. So I think that gave us to be, something different and something worth telling other people. So we get a lot of good testimonials from trainees saying, this is awesome, that we, of course, put on our website. After doing cool stuff, the next thing you have to do is tell people. Because an adventure like sail training, an adventure like sailing around the world, for the people that already know you and people that just see the ship, they love to know, what are you doing? Where are you now? What is the crazy thing you're doing now? So we tell them, mainly in our Facebook page, ATYLA Ship. And it's not just some guys sailing around being rich. No, it's a good cause. So above all that is people that want to know because you're doing something good, which is educating people. We keep and maintain, or try to maintain, the tradition of sail training and sailing ships in the world. We educate people on sailing in general, but we also train the future leaders and team workers of the private and public organizations in our future. I think that's like in a tech talk they would say, that's an idea worth spreading. We're doing really important things. It's not just sailing, it's not just something cool and adventurous, it's a good cause. So, the last thing, and the last tip, all these good causes, together with the big exposure that many tall ships can give you, going to all the big events that we go, is a huge potential, it's a huge opportunity. This is the list of the highlights in our 2015 route. Seeing how big all these events are, Sally was talking about 4 million people attending the SCI events last year, well, 2014. It wouldn't be so risky to say that 2-3 million people are going to see the ATYLA during 2015 after visiting so many places and being in so many cool moments. That amount of exposure, together with the the publicity of supporting our good causes is a huge impact and a huge offer for the small amounts of money that we are asking for sponsorships. So, yeah, this year, 2014, was funny and was great to be bankrupt. But I will leave you with this, my last tip. Let the sponsors know what they're missing out on. In general, as ATYLA with our big plans for 2015, the STI in general, and other tall ships, we are doing a great thing, and we have a great exposure to people. So I hope next year I won't be here giving a talk about how to attract people with no money, because we really need the money. Thank you very much.